Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel, our channel, me and Magnolia. Okay, so as you can probably tell from this video, I am doing just kind of an updated Q&A. I asked questions on my Instagram a couple days ago, and I said not holding back. Happy New Year. This is my first video in I think like a month. Sorry for like the delay, but so much was going on. I was traveling and I also like really wanted to take the time off during the holidays. This is my bed. Normally it's like more well made, but like I'm laying in it and so is Mags. I pulled my back out. So I'm just like, I have a heating pad on and I actually think that this is like kind of a cute setup. It's 2022 and one of my goals for 2022 was to open up more because sometimes I feel like I'm like leading a double life and it's just like and that's a product of myself. I feel like I've gone through so many journeys on like social media of like sharing every single time like I fart to like not really sharing that much. So like it ebbs and it flows for sure. This pillow's just like, but Magnolia always eats this pillow. Like literally, it's so annoying. But we're just gonna get right into it. I have all the questions right here, so I'm just gonna read them off and then see where it takes us. Okay, first things first was, do you have a boyfriend? I don't. I would say like I understand why you think that, but I don't understand why you think that, except that I have always said that like if and or when it does happen, I probably would keep it to myself for quite some time, which is true. Meanwhile, I said I wanted to open up more, but I just feel like with the relationship, and personally for me, I like haven't had one forever, that like I think it's something that I just like want to like keep and like nurture on my own, and then like once it feels like strong enough or whatever, like I'll share it. But I say that now, but then I feel like once I get one, I'll be so excited. So like, who knows? Do you actually use and like the products you promote? Yes, I've spoken about this a lot. So obviously in the beginning when I first started like monetizing my Instagram, it wasn't that I didn't know how to say no. It was like, I didn't know how I could say no. I was just like, oh, but it's money. Like I have to do it. So I would like say yes to like everything, which was like obviously a mistake. And like I learned that the hard way of like saying yes to like brand deals and then like getting the product and being like, oh my God, like this is trash. But then it's like, you're tied into a contract if you have to do it. But that was like years ago. So like, I haven't promoted anything, I would say in the past like 2.5 years that I haven't truly loved. Like everything I promote, I genuinely use. You can ask anyone. And also the biggest thing for me is like a lot of the time it's brands like I already use and they'll reach out. So like I don't need to like try the product, like I'm already obsessed with it. But a lot of the times like brands will reach out and I'm like definitely interested. Send it to me first. Let me live with it for a couple months and then let's do a deal. Also, I just feel like it's stupid to like promote products you don't actually use because like you guys are smart, you see right through that. And then it just like makes your audience like not trust you. So in the long run, it's like worse for you. What is the worst part about being an influencer? There's so many good parts, but I think that the worst part is probably like the criticism, like people thinking like that we're like not real humans and like can literally say whatever they want about you. Not even about you, like talk shit about behind my back, whatever, but like to me, like online. They'll never say it to you in front of your face. They're all keyboard warriors. But like, it's never fun to like have a hateful comment or like a hateful like Instagram DM. And I'm just like, hi, like I'm literally a normal person. Like, what if I said that to you? So I think it's probably that. And that has affected me deeply, which is I think why I like have started to be more private just because I'm scared. Like literally that's it. Like I've become so deathly afraid of the internet. And I also think it's like the climate that we are like in the past few years. Like Kenzie Elizabeth said, like her biggest thing this year is like not walking on eggshells in 2022. And like I fully stand by that. Like I agree with that because I just like don't want to like have to filter everything that I say. Like I want to like be as real as possible with like you guys. Like, I mean, you guys like know who I am, like all of that, but I don't know, it just like got so rocky and I just got like literally deathly afraid of the internet, but I'm working on it, like truly, because I don't want to be anymore. Like if people hate me, that's fine. I do not need everyone to love me, like by no means, but like if you hate me, just like leave me alone, you know? This is probably the number one question that I get anytime I do any sort of anything. And it's if I have a job, like a 9 to 5. I do. I work in fashion, specifically in marketing and social media. I have been I feel like a lot of people like knew just because I'm like always like posting in like a blazer at 9 a.m. and like I do 6 a.m. workouts. I have been for like almost, I think 2 years, year and a half. I kept that to myself just because, like I said, I was just like fearful of just like, I remember like when I used to like be so open about having a job, like, I don't know, I would get like so many like just like views on my LinkedIn, and it like made me feel like, I don't know, it made me feel so weird. So I was like, let me just it wasn't like if I like met people, like I would tell them, but it was more so like, I just like didn't need to explain. But also it's like so much of my life is my job. And I love my job. I love my friends like at my job. So it just felt weird that you guys didn't know that. But yeah, I go to an office every day, which is nice. I love dressing up. I get to have fun with my outfits. What is my day-to-day like? My day-to-day, every day is so different. I woke up at 5:30. I did a 6 a.m. live method session, got back, like showered, actually vlogged this morning, like a work morning in my life, like morning routine, like walk Magnolia, everything. And then at 8 a.m. podcasted for the Snatcher with Nicole, and then was in the office by 9:07. It was 7 minutes late, sorry. Do you feel that having a dog has limited you in this stage of your life? I don't think so. I don't let it. Like I ensure that I have like all of the things I need to make sure that like she's happy and like I'm happy sort of thing. Like she has a dog walker 2 times a day, 2-hour-long walks. Obviously, like if I'm traveling, she goes to camp with Dog Friendly Living, which she adores. Like we have it figured out. I think the biggest thing for me is like the guilt I feel, even though like I don't think she cares, but like when I'm like away, if it's just like a month where I'm traveling a lot and she's at Dog Friendly Living like a lot, like I feel like a terrible person, but I know it's like fine, you know? So I don't think so, but that's because like I make like an active role to not let it like stop my life, because I didn't want that, like specifically when I was getting her. It was like my biggest fear, so we worked on it. When's the last time you went on a date? Last time I went on a date was sometime in December, and then I'm supposed to go on one tomorrow, a first date. What's the one thing you hate that your followers ask you? Probably like I hate when people ask me about my dating life, just because, and I understand like wanting to know. I would too if I followed me. It's just because like I put so much pressure on myself in that aspect of my life that like getting it from other places just like doesn't help, you know? But I guess that's a me problem. Have you ever had struggles with your relationship with food? Trigger warning, just because I know that it's sensitive to talk about food and your relationship with food. I haven't really had any trouble with my relationship with food. I definitely like am very hard on myself, like mentally. It's like when I was away for 2 weeks, like I didn't care. Like I ate whatever I wanted, I drank whatever I wanted, I didn't really move. And like then like when I do things like that, like I'm so mean to myself, like about my body and how I feel. And I'm really like, I like actively just like work on like telling myself like it's fine, like I needed a break, like my body needed a break, like I needed to give it what it wanted, and then you just like reset. So I definitely like have had a better relationship. It's more so my relationship with my body than it is my relationship with food, if that makes sense. My relationship with food is good. I used to like always go on like no carb diets and like all this stuff, but over the past couple of years I've just like started eating like in moderation, like what I wanted, and it's like been the thing that like has just like helped me so much because it's like so maintainable. Do you feel pressure from your sisters to be in a serious relationship soon? No, I don't. I feel way more pressure from myself than I do from my sisters, which I appreciate so much if you guys are watching. I feel more pressure from myself. Like they're not like on my ass, like find someone. I also think that they know that it like bothers me that I haven't yet, so like they don't need to like rub it in. What do you feel like you're the best at? Oh, that's interesting. I feel, this sounds so like bad, but I feel like I'm the best at like kind of like not being alone, but like being like independent. Like I really don't rely on anyone besides myself, which is great, but could also be a fault, like maybe to a fault. How do you maintain a sense of self when you're so family oriented? That's actually a great question. I think a lot of it is like making sure you have like a kind of a life outside of your family too. There was a time when like I literally like only had my sisters, like they were really like my only friends, which was great, but like I also needed to build a life for myself outside of that too. So it's like making sure that you kind of have like both. Is your non-influencer job a 9 to 5? How do you balance it all? 9 to 6. I mean, how do I balance it all? This is the question of all questions. I do it. Today was a crazy one. So I had, obviously, like I worked out, I had Snatcher at 8, I worked from 9 to 6, got home at 6, and then I podcasted for the Redheads at 7:30, and now it's 9:50 and I'm recording a YouTube video. So I just really use all of the hours in a day. That's what I'll say. Tips for saving money. This is something that I really want to work on for 2022. I feel like I made like a lot of like splurges this year, all of which I'm happy about. Like I don't regret any of them, but I save half of everything that I make, but honestly, I'm learning like that's like not enough. So I think tips are, I think like I do have to like cut back on my Ubers a little bit, maybe like get groceries once a week and like cook more, like things like that. But like I'm not gonna say like go out less or like don't go out with my friends or like dinners or things like that, because like those are things that genuinely bring me joy. Like I'm not gonna give that up. But like do I make like frivolous like charges? I guess yeah. Like do I Uber Eats too much and Postmates too much? Yeah. Do I Uber too much? Yeah. Like things like that. Do you struggle to keep things private? Like do you wish you could tell us everything? Yes, I genuinely do. But like I said, I'm just like, I don't know, I got so fearful all of a sudden, but I refuse to let that stop me anymore. Favorite thing about Magnolia? Oh, this one. Mag, say hi. Say hi. Thumbnail. Oh, right now it's how she smells. She got groomed today. My favorite thing about Magnolia is she's also an independent queen. Do you know what I mean? Like she like will hang out with her bros like Bruno and Theo, and then she's like, you know what? I'm on my own now. She'll just do her own thing. And she's just an angel sent from heaven. I love everything about her. Like she has changed my life for the better. Like I'm just obsessed with her. It's probably unhealthy. Someone actually told me it was unhealthy once. What's your favorite thing about this period of your life? I think it's just like I'll never be in this stage of life again where I don't really have any like, not responsibilities, but I'm not relying on anyone else. So I can do whatever I want. I can like, I'm just like single in my 20s, got my own dog, doing whatever I want, like traveling wherever I want. Like I just like have so much freedom right now. And obviously it's not going to be like that forever. So I think it's kind of just like the freedom that I have to really live my life the way that I want to. What helps with your anxiety when you're stressed? I have a problem with this because when I have like anxiety when I'm stressed, I really give into it. Like I don't like try and like get it to go away. But I think of the things that have helped me most when I am trying to get them to go away, like sounds dumb, but like breathing, like an actual like it helps me so much. I like feel the weight lifting off my chest. And then it's like anxiety, if it's stress from like all the things that I have to do, make a priority list. You can make your to-do list that'll be 8 miles long and you know won't get done, and then you can pull from there, or just make a priority list of things that like you know absolutely have to get done today, and things that can probably wait till tomorrow or the end of the week. Just like really like managing your time and just being like, I'm only human, let me see what I can like actually figure out and finish. Care routine with Magnolia. Is she in a crate when you leave? How did you transition? She's no longer in the crate. I mean, does she always like goes in the crate and sleeps in there with the door open, like when I'm not home, but that's completely her choice. She just loves it in there. But no, she like just sleeps on the couch, like she does whatever she wants. She roams around. I keep like my bathroom and my bedroom door shut, but she just like hangs in the living room. How did I transition? When she turned a year old, I was like, okay, it's time. So I started doing it for like little spurts, like if I would go to dinner or I would like run to the like grocery store or like something like that, like little like hours or whatever. And then those like became longer and longer. And then once I realized that she was like she was potty trained, I realized I had nothing to worry about. It was just also on me to make sure there was like nothing on the floor for like her to eat. But it was a pretty seamless transition. The only thing is that when when I leave, even still to this day, if I leave, I like have to throw some like kibble like into the living room so she doesn't like cry by the door, which is very sad. What's a brand that's offered you a partnership but you've turned it down? Probably Shein. They like emailed me to discuss a partnership. I didn't even get further enough for them to like send me an offer or anything, but I was just like immediately no. How do you afford the life that you have? I feel like I get this question a lot, like about my financials. Everything that I like have, I pay for. I think I have like many different streams of income. Like I have like obviously like my salary job, and then I have like my Instagram, like brand deals, like, and that includes like Instagram, YouTube, and then I also have like podcast. So I have like a ton of different things kind of always going on. Do you feel that people who follow you have a good idea of who you are? I do. Because I also think that I've been online for a very long time, that I feel like you guys have seen me in so many different stages of my life. I always get this comment that you guys have like really seen me like grow and like grow up, which is really cute. I think that you guys do. I hope that you guys do, because like no matter, even if it's like I'm like keeping things private like in my life, like actual things, I'm still like the same like person online. Do you know what I mean? Than I am in real life. Like I'm actually the same thing. what are your 2022 goals? I actually like made like a whole list of my 22 goals because I've never done that. A lot of them are like things that are like kind of in the works, so I don't want to spoil them yet, but things that I can share are, one was to open up more online. Second was to get my permit because this has been one of my goals every fucking year since I guess I turned 16. But I have to do it. Also, I learned that you can take the test online now. So I like, what's stopping me? I don't know. It's not like the goal is to like learn how to drive. That's like actually much harder. It's just to get my permit for now. I will learn how to drive. And then a lot of them are like inner things. So like learning to accept things that I can't control, stepping out of my comfort zone more. And then I really would like to like go on a date a week. A date a week might be a lot, but I do want to put much more effort into that this year. And then I want to end it with this one because I think it's a lovely, lovely question. If you had one more day with your dad, what would you do? If I had one more day with my dad's favorite thing to do is go fishing on like the boat. So I think I would go on the boat with my dad. We'd go fishing, we'd chill, we'd drink some beer. And yeah, I think that's probably what we would do. I would hope. That is all of the questions that I got. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you didn't, I'm sure you'll be sure to let me know, but if you did, please comment below. Let me know what else you want to see. Have a fabulous week, and I'll be back next week likely with another video. So I love you. Please subscribe to my channel. Magnolia, please stop eating your butt, and love you guys. Bye.